Alright, if my sound gets muffled, I apologize about it. Where I'm at is not in front of the main cam, I'm in front of the phone. So week 4 for the UFL started off a little bit weird. Um, I'll just pick it up and talk to you guys. I did not know there was a game yesterday that was Louisville over Houston, 24-22. Did not know that game was going to happen. I would have picked Houston anyway, so I would have lost that one anyway. But I was perfect last week. All 4 games won. But now there's also a rule change, and I want to talk to you about that as well. As well as a mistake, if I have not already said it, that I made about one of the posts. I think it was either 2 weeks ago or last week. So we're going to start with the games. We have one tonight, 2 on Saturday, no Sunday. The game tonight is Dallas and Columbus. Columbus, of course, being the only team right now that's defeated every game lost in the UFL right now. Dallas is coming off of a nice game against who did they play last week? I forget who they played last week. I think it was I forget, but I have confidence in Dallas to actually win this entire game tonight. I don't see why they would drop it. I'm picking Dallas. Got Dallas for this game. That's 8 p.m. on Fox, by the way. And this, all times I'm telling you, all times are EST, Eastern Standard Time. So it's 8 p.m. 7 Central. Saturday game, 12:30 on ABC. DC is playing at home against St. Louis. The rematch pretty much from last year's final? Or 2 years ago, one of the two. I gotta take my team, though. I gotta take my team. Even though DC whipped some major ass last week against Houston, it's not going to be that way with St. Louis. They play hardball. Both teams play hardball. That's going to be a good game to see. But I'm picking St. Louis. I got to take my team, my favorite team. Last one is Orlando and Birmingham. Orlando is still one of the only undefeated teams right now to still be in this joint. And their momentum has not slowed down. They've kept playing a consistent game. Now, the rule change, I'm going to mention that because that's how they won last week. It was tied at 27 between them and Louisville. And Louisville had 2 penalties on defense during Orlando's tries on overtime. You guys know how overtime works now. The rule change now states that cannot happen anymore. Or something along them lines. I'll have to reread the rules and let you know, and I'll get back to you with that. But it's something along the lines of the defense cannot commit infractions during the PAT that will cost them to lose the PAT try. That's why the Louisville Kings lost against Orlando last week. They committed 2 infractions during their time on defense during the overtime point afters, giving the Orlando Storm the 2 points they needed to pull the game out. They won 29-27. I'm kind of shocked also to see Orlando drop that many points. I really am. By the way, Louisville, because they won, are no longer undefeated. They are 1-3 along with Houston. Do we think either team has a shot? Not unless they pretty much win out the rest of the season. I don't see it happening, though. But back to the main game at hand. Orlando's been playing great, but that slip-up last week almost cost them the game. Almost cost them to be the only team left undefeated. To leave Dallas as one of the only teams left undefeated. Dallas is the only other team beside Orlando that's undefeated. Unfortunately, though, as much as I think Orlando's good, I think Birmingham's a little bit better. They're going to win on home turf. I'm picking out of everything. I'm picking Birmingham over Orlando, giving Dallas the only undefeated team streak right now. Now, the bigger upset, I think, the upset would be Columbus to beat Dallas. I don't think it's going to happen like hell. No way in hell. But that's my main lock out of the 3 games. DC St. Louis, if DC does win it, I'm not going to complain. Why? They were the better team. Yep. So again, just to reiterate, I'm picking Dallas over Columbus, St. Louis over DC, Orlando losing to Birmingham. Like I said, I did not know about the Thursday game. I did not check good enough. I wanted to check for week 5 to see what games there are. Putting this up today, guys. Have a good night. Have a good weekend. And in case you didn't know, it's WrestleMania weekend, baby. I'm going to be working with that a little bit later on. I also have another review coming up for the new American Gladiators on Prime Video as well. I'll see you guys for the next video. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Peace.